Hi, welcome along again to Mrs. Hewitt's Spelling at Home. This is our last session of the week and we have another root word for your word study session, and your root word today is fact. Now this relates to the doing bit, so it is from the Latin for facere, to do or to make. Okay, also in Spanish you have the word facer, which comes from the same thing, and there will be other words that don't have the T, and so things like facilitate would also come from that same root. Okay, but we have fact, meaning to do or to make. So I'm going to show you our morpheme grid. I'll pop it up to there. There's some interesting prefixes in this one which help you figure out the meanings of different words, but also think about all those suffixes, how they break down, and what we have to drop out in terms of letters when we build them together. When we put those morphemes together, there are spelling rules that you need to apply. So see if you can get them right when you do your word sums. Here's your grid. Pause the video. Okay, and now we'll go through some of those word sums and talk about the meanings as well. So hopefully, even when thinking about it, you figured out that in fact we have satisfaction. That's a word that you might actually use in your writing a little bit, or satisfactory. But we also have factory and factor as well. So a factory is obviously a place where people make things. So that is where that comes from, okay? Because you make things in a factory. We have got the plural of factory, which is factories. And I've put this one in because it's really important, because it is that plural S. We have a Y there. That Y changes to an IES for the plural, doesn't it? We don't just write factories YS. We change that. That's one of our spelling rules. Okay, satisfaction. Okay, satis actually means enough. So if you think about satisfaction, kind of goes, yeah, it's satisfactory. I'm satisfied. Satisfaction, it's been made enough. It's done enough. So it's about it being okay. So we've got manufactured there. Manu meaning by hand, and made. So manufactured is a bit like being made by hand. So that's where that kind of root of that comes from. And I've popped in manufactured with the ED because it's important to remember that we drop that E and we add the ED suffix. So manufactured, we've got manufactured with the D on the end, okay? A benefactor is somebody that might benefit, so it's where benefit comes from something. Now, bene means well, so if it's well done, or you've done well out of it, you are a benefactor. Okay, we've got artifacts. In history, you might look at some artifacts. Arti means a skill. So it's made with skill. So these are kind of things, like I say, from historical times. We look at some artifacts. They are things that come from that time and have been made in the olden days. So again, in history, they would have been made with skill. So artifact there. And then we've got, I've put at the bottom there, unsatisfactory. So again, un meaning not. So we talked about what satisfactory means, so being done enough. Unsatisfactory would mean that it is not done well enough. And the same there with dis, meaning not. So you'd have dissatisfaction. If you're dissatisfied with something, dissatisfaction would mean that you are not satisfied with it. Okay, you're actually feeling quite dissatisfied. So lots and lots of things there around the meanings of these, which I think is quite interesting. So bene meaning well. So you think about that word benefit as well there, and man relating to the hand. So manual work is work that you do with your hands. And again, mano in Spanish means hand, and la main in French. So there's those links there with your foreign languages as well. So that is your word grid. Hopefully you've written lots of words there and you're going to practice spelling them. Have a go at writing some sentences. And that is your word study session for today. So thanks for joining again. Hope you're still enjoying it. Hopefully we get back to school soon. Miss you all. Okay, bye.